All right, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner talking Giants here with the Week 16 film review. And the Giants lost and needed this win to get into the playoffs or clinch a playoff spot. Now they need one game, so winning we're in. But in this game, there's a lot of good in this game, no doubt. You know, you're playing a good Vikings team, but any loss is going to be bad. So we're going to go through it all. Going to go through, some really great plays by Daniel Jones. A couple negative plays towards the beginning of the game that I do want to touch up on. Defensively, we're going to start just with one example of why the entire run defense is essentially Dexter Lawrence, unless they run it Leonard Williams. And then how they changed up what they did defensively, and then the end of the game struggles. So, and all the touchdowns and all that good stuff. So let's get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And let's get this film review underway. So like I said, we're going to start talking about why number 97, and my mouse is screwed up because it just is. Number 97 is the run defense. So they run a draw play that is not well disguised. Like you see the linebackers actually do a good job of recognizing, oh, this is a draw. But Dex, who just had a stellar game, best player on the defense, get into the chest of the center, rip, swim, or pull and swim. And he gets a tackle for a loss early in the game versus Dalvin Cook. But let's show. So Leonard is doubled. McFadden actually does a solid job right here, right? But if Dex just does a decent job and not an amazing job on this, like say this center is able to stay connected and kind of wash this down a little bit, still a very good rep by Dexter Lawrence. Look at the lanes for Dalvin Cook. And watch 54. We're getting washed out, and that's by a bad rookie guard in Ed Ingram. That's a problem. Luckily, the D-line was able to get 6 tackles for a loss on 18 running plays by Dalvin Cook. Next play. This was on the second drive of the game, third down. Giants are running 0 linebackers. Landon Collins, I guess, is technically a linebacker, but he's a safety by nature. We've got Tony Jefferson, Landon Collins, Julian Love, Pinnock. We got no true linebackers on the field. Third down. Giants are going to run man coverage, which they didn't run a ton of man coverage in this game. They really did not. Right? We're going to run man coverage, and we're going to make sure though. We're going to put Fabian Moreau. He's going to take outside leverage on Justin Jefferson. We're going to bracket him with Julian Love. We are gonna make sure that we get and again, still, you can still throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. He beats double teams. But so we're manned up. We got T.J. Hawkinson on a corner route versus Landon Collins. We're gonna take that, right? Landon does a really good job on this. Just turning, driving with the break, and then we'll see the ball skills from the other angle and gets them off the field. Play through the ball. Again, this should be a Hawkinson tough catch, right? That's why they traded for him. He had a great game. Gets up in the air. Just good ball skills by Landon, ripping that ball out. And Dave's just happy. Let's go. Get the defense off the field. Next play. All right, so we're on offense. Just kind of going to show you how Evan Neal is an issue right now. And how it's screwing up the offense. So, and they ran some more deeper concepts in this game. And good. And it led to big plays. And they need to continue to doing that. But this is where it also can get you in trouble. Is when a play where doesn't have the clearest of checkdowns. And you kind of and the look gets like it's not what DJ thought. And when he gets beat quick like that, man, you get a sack fumble. So what happened on here? So you've got Daniel Bellinger alone out here. We got a 3-by-1 with Patrick Peterson. So they're not going to man up. Like, right? We're not going to man coverage Patrick Peterson with Daniel Bellinger. We got 2 high safeties. Again, we got the 3 receivers down here. The linebacker splitting him in the back. They got Zadarius Smith lined up, on the center. Like they're trying to get in the pass rush, right? So you're thinking this is going to be cover 2. So the Giants run essentially a cover 2 beater, that smash concept. Now Saquon breaks this in on this option, but Patrick Peterson, I don't know if this is post snap because they are in zone coverage. I don't know if this was, quarter half, but Peterson stays in man coverage on Bellinger here. So DJ is expecting Peterson to have to make a decision on Saquon down here, and then DJ, if he goes with Bellinger, he's gonna throw it to Saquon, and if not, he's gonna rip it in there to Bellinger right here. So Peterson turns this into man, right? That's not what we were expecting, right? So now we got to throw to Saquon Barkley. Now Saquon's got this route right here, right? It's got this option to go in or out. He goes in. I think DJ was expecting him to break out, to flare out, which usually happens. Saquon's on this choice. He breaks in, so you see DJ pump. So I'm pretty sure DJ, when that throw was not a pump. Like he was expecting Saquon to break out and throw it to Saquon. Saquon breaks in. We got to see it from the other angle. Like DJ's looking to go to belly. He's like, all right, he's in man. Let me get this ball to Saquon. Saquon's on this choice route. He breaks it in, but DJ's expecting to throw this ball out. So he pulls it. And now we got Evan Neal just getting beat around the corner by Donnell Hunter. Feet are slow. DJ's getting ready to pull a trigger, and you got a sack fumble. And that could put points on the luckily Evan Neal's able to jump on it. That could put points on the board. Next play, offense. DJ just misses Slayton on this. Again, I told you we're gonna be a couple negative DJ plays to start. So this is a 3rd and long. I'm sorry, I'm long-winded on a lot of these plays, but the Giants, as the season's going along, their offense is becoming a little more complex. And I love that. So 3rd and long, a concept that the Giants have ran a ton is what? Right? You guys have watched these film reviews, all curls, where we're curling right here, and then Richie James, a lot of times, will turn it into an in route, which he does on this. So DJ's reading from over here. So this curl gets turned into like a post. I don't know if that's written on paper or it's they have it's a conversion route where you can curl, or if he's playing on you like this, you take it deep. But nonetheless, he takes it deep. DJ's not going to go there. So next up in the progression is Richie. This safety slams down on this, so you can't throw it to him, right? So DJ makes a great read on this. Now on the backside, again, these plays, the route for this has usually been either curl or the stop and go, right? And Duke Shelley knows he's on the backside of this. So instead of running this, this dig where it's speed, Slayton kind of shows the curl, right? Gear down, bam, and then break in, and we got all the space, and we've got a 3rd and 13 conversion, right? Gonna be awesome. Like, this is good football right here. This is smart football, and DJ just sails it on him. And he's got pressure coming down the pipe, so I'm sure that doesn't help very much. And again, that's where pressure can screw things up. And again, so there is stuff built in, but man, we missed. They missed out on a big 3rd and 13 conversion right there. So Giants definitely want that play back. O-line, QB, whatever, whoever you want to put the blame on. Here's the TJ Hawkinson touchdown where he's just uncovered. I cannot tell exactly who is responsible for this. So you see Micah McFadden chasing him, and you're like, all right, that's Micah McFadden's responsibility, right? So up top, we're bracketing Justin Jefferson. All right, we're bracketing Justin Jefferson. They run play action. And then you see McLeod. He kind of chases CJ Ham, I think, right? Like, that's his responsibility pre-snap. I think Jalen's got the back. But then McFadden, I don't know what's going on here. Part of me thinks that McLeod maybe is supposed to chase this. Right? I don't know. I don't know exactly who this is on. But that's a touchdown. Next play on offense. Just want to show off Hodgins, like what he does well. Like, how's he getting these slants, right? What is he doing to get these slant routes? So we're out here. Again, he's not the fastest guy in the world. Not the fastest guy in the world. Outside release. Outside release, get his corner's hips open. As soon as he gets those hips open, break inside. Enough room. Tough catch. Again, he's not the fastest guy in the world, so he's not going to separate like crazy. Tough catch. Good job by Hodgins, and it led to him having, a career day for him. We'll see it here. Just bang, bang play. Catch, bam. Hold on to the ball. Good stuff for Hodgins. Just want to show him. We'll see. He killed him on those slants, and then he's going to kill him on a sluggo later. And this is the one other. Actually, we'll talk about the interception later. I actually think plays like that other one we just did, like the interception. We'll talk about it. So watch Slayton on this. Right, Giants been running a ton of slants. This is a great route by Darius Slayton. So Darius Slayton pressed up with Patrick Peterson. What is Darius Slayton best at? And he can do this versus the top corners in the NFL. Top man corners in the NFL. When you're in press coverage, he is going to stack you, and he's going to beat press, stack you, and get vertical, and you're not going to catch him. So that's what he's best at. So that's what Patrick Peterson's expecting here, right? So he opens his hips, ready to run with Slayton, right? Like versus Hodgins, we're ready to break in on the slant. For Slayton, we gotta run with him. But he's running a slant, turns Peterson around, and then breaks it out. And I mean, that's just a nasty, nasty route. Nasty. But again, protection. But I don't think the protection's that bad, right? So DJ scrambles on this. Again, there is pressure. Nonetheless, like this pressure is getting ready to break. So DJ scrambles. His eyes are stuck back here waiting for someone to come across the field, which is what they've had success for on these broken plays. But you see, I think if he just sticks on Slayton, he gets off Slayton quick. And if he sticks on Slayton, man, you could just hang in there and throw this. And now even we're scrambling. This ain't going to break open. This isn't going to break open. Just peek. Peek up, man. You can throw this. You can throw this. He ends up scrambling. Gets a first down, good run. But man, that could have been a nice chunk play for the Giants. Hell, even 6 if they got lucky. Back on defense, what do we got? This is the Azeez Ojulari sack. So this is great coverage. This is a good job knowing what the Vikings like to do on third down. And what do the Vikings like to do on third and short? Something that the Giants like to do. They like to run the mesh concept. And that's what they run. Giants line up in 2 high safeties. We are running quarters coverage, which is, guess what? That's what we want to run versus this. That's what we want to run. So first read is the rail route. Flott's got this covered. So they are running mesh. These are the 2 mesh players right here. Thielen's going to be the sit route. Good job by McFadden. Sit on it, right? And then we see the mesh coming under. Really good coverage by McFadden. Really good coverage by McFadden. Jalen Smith needs to come and take this over right here. Because if the protection held up, Kirk can fire it in there. And this is third down. And then Darnay right here. See it? Undercut it. That's great coverage right there. This is not part of the progression, and then we'll see it from this other angle. And we're forcing to kick a field goal. 3rd down. And just great job by Aziz. Get vertical. And that's against Darisaw, man. He's an up-and-coming left tackle in the NFL. He's having a really, really good second season. Shows that hand, ghost move, bend, get vertical. Kayvon wins his pass rush move. Little inside-out stutter. Like, messes with the tackle's feet. They run into each other. This could have been a strip sack if they didn't run into each other. Like, truly. If Kayvon doesn't run into him, that could be a strip sack. But Aziz is still able to get the sack. And they got to kick a field goal. Next play. Just a cool play I want to show. RPO. And we're going to talk about it later. Just simple. Like, this linebacker goes. Throw to Richie, right? But I like tagging it with this run. This pin and pull. Because this could be a big run, right? If Bredesen maybe gets a better block on this. Saquon's supposed to, follow Feliciano. But if he wants, he can cut on, it could be a nice run. But I like that. And I want to show a play later where they're peeking on the RPO. They're cheating on the RPO. And the Giants still have an answer for it. Also, this is just a cool thing I like here. Ends up not working out. But the Giants have been facing a lot of corner blitzes. And we'll see it later in this film review. They've just been facing a lot of corner blitzes lately. So we have this safety covering up this corner. At 8 yards of depth, that's like the Mendoza line. You're thinking, and again, they're showing it too a little, like this guy's coming. So they throw this smoke to Richie James. Now it ends up not working out because they were disguising that they were going to blitz and they were disguising to make it look like they were going to blitz and they didn't. But I like this because if this ended up being a blitz, which they did plenty of times in this game, other teams have done plenty of times, and the Giants had a 20-yard gain off of it versus the Commanders, you get an easy touchdown. Like, let's just pretend this corner blitzes. This safety's coming over the top. You got Hodgins in good blocking, and he's just got one-on-one with this safety. Ends up not working out. Got a touchdown the next play. Next play, what are we looking at here? This is one of my favorite Daniel Jones plays in this game. Is it? Oh, no. Well, yeah, actually, this is one, but this is not the play I'm looking at. Sorry, I was out of order there for a second. Hodgins. Patrick Peterson, he wants to stop that slant versus Hodgins, right? He knows the scouting report. And this is what Hodgins is good at, man. Route sell. Breakdown, show this slant, and that's just enough to get Patrick Peterson to bite and go. Go. And that's enough for DJ to get it on you. Great catch, extending. Good stuff. Good stuff here. DJ's reading. Like, this safety is occupying Bellinger. If this safety bails, if Harrison Smith at this point sees the double move and bails, well, DJ's not going to throw it. He's going to hit Bellinger, right? But the safety stays honest. He's got a corner blitz, right? He saw it coming. I'm pretty sure he saw this coming pre-snap. Turn. Point your feet. Deliver a nice ball. Beautiful. Great catch by Hodgins. Good stuff. Good stuff by DJ and Hodgins. Next play. This is one of my favorite plays from DJ in this game. It didn't get talked about much. So, one, I like this scheme-wise. The Giants are changing their play action up a little bit. So, they're play action out of 11 personnel. And a lot of times, on this play action, right? We're going to run the post. We're going to run the over, right? And versus zone, guys are going to come under. So, are going to undercut this, right? And it's led to some bad plays for the Giants. So, but let's run it out of 3 wide receivers. Let's space the field out and run this play action, right? Now, that does sacrifice protection. And that's why this is such a great DJ play. Good job by Slayton here. Selling vertical. Get open. Slayton's fast, man. He's going to beat that man coverage. You put him in the slot, he's going to beat that man coverage. And You get a big play to Slayton, right? But this is beautiful pocket awareness, and DJ has improved so much on this after his first 2 seasons. This is something that, don't let people tell you this is something that's brand new this year. This is something he improved on last year, where he was 7th in pressure to sack rate. Once this guy named Andrew Thomas got better, he became a lot better at manipulating the pocket. He was bad manipulating the pocket when his left blind side was bad, and he kind of was oblivious. And again, that still could be a weakness, and now he's got a good left tackle, and that weakness is hidden. You know, if Andrew Thomas is his left tackle his rookie season, what was fun is, like, honestly, I think would have been one of the best rookie QB seasons ever. But a lot of those fumbles came from Nate Solder. A lot of points taken off the board because of Nate Solder's bad play. But nonetheless, Neal's going to give up pressure to Za'Darius, right? Dalvin's going to bull rush Glowinski. The nose tackle's bull rushing Feliciano. Nick Gase doing a great job. Thomas doing a great job. Start this guy at center. Just good job by DJ, keeping his eyes downfield, feeling the pressure. This was the play where I thought it was going to be a strip sack. I really thought this was going to be a strip sack watching this live. Slide and fire it in there. Bam. Chunk play to Slayton. Awesome. Awesome stuff right there. That's fun. That's very fun football. Defense, 3rd down. Giants are going to run one of their pressure packages, right? Wink Martindale. So we're going to run this nickel blitz with Pinnock, right? He's going to go unblocked. Cousins is going to throw high. He's going to miss Justin Jefferson. We'll get to why he missed Justin Jefferson later in this play. Honestly, I don't know why. Again, you've got one-on-one with Jefferson. I understand taking that, right? And he wins. I understand taking that. But what's been there for the Giants and what's been part of the weakness with this is that if the read is to the blitz side, which is the nickel, this has been open all year. From week 1 versus the Titans to the Baker Mayfield with the Panthers hit it. Like, it's been there. And it's here, it's here now. Like, Julian Love's slamming down on it. In reality, Cousins needs to just throw hot. I know it's 3rd down, and you got the one-on-one with Justin Jefferson. I understand that. But you should just throw hot right here. Like, this is a mistake by Kirk Cousins. Right? But let's see how the pressure ends up affecting the throw and how they end up getting it unblocked. So we're going to end up with 5 guys rushing versus 6 blockers. And yet one's unblocked. So they have one more blocker than pass rushers, but there's someone unblocked. Let's see how we get there, right? So we're going to line up these 3 players to the right of the formation, right here. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to line Dexter Lawrence inside the guard as a 2-eye. And then you have linebacker Landon Collins and then the edge player. So what the Vikings are going to run is they're going to run a 4-man slide protection. So you have these 4 players right here. We're going to run, like I said, we're going to run that 4-man slide. And then Darisaw is going to be accounted. He's going to account for the edge, and then the back is going to block Landon Collins. So Wink Martindale. So they have to set for these 4 players, right? But we're going to drop out Jihad Ward and Kayvon Thibodeau into coverage. So 1, we're dropping these guys back into coverage. But also Dexter Lawrence is not just going to rush upfield. He's going to slant this way and force not only for him to protect this, but to really sell out and protect on this. Because he doesn't see that the center is going to be unblocked. Because in reality, at this point, he could come off of this and come back and help, right? He can come back help with Landon Collins and the blitzer. But he's got to stay committed on it because Dexter sells this way. Now we got the one-on-one with the back and the linebacker. Darisaw's got the edge player in Zimenez. And that's going to leave Pinnock coming down the pipe. Down the pipe. Cousins is not able to step into that throw. He's got to throw high. Going to get off the field. How about that? All right, now we're going to talk about the RPO. We talked about it earlier. Vikings, this is an RPO formation. You've got 2x2 with the 2 receivers, the slot receiver right here, the back to the side of the slot wide receiver. This smells like RPO. Right? And that's what it is. So, Vikings kind of know that, all right, we're going to see some run action right here, right? So we want our linebacker to be able to flow with the run, especially when they're playing in a light box, right? You don't want to have it be at a disadvantage when you have numbers. And then we're going to pull these guys like we did last time. So you definitely want your linebackers to be able to flow. But how did the Vikings adjust? Well, we're going to bring this safety. We're going to slam this son of a gun down. And we are not going to let you throw this slant route. We are not going to let you throw this slant route. But guess what? We're going to have a second option tagged onto it. We're going to get a quick little pass to Hodgins. So, just options. Building in options if the first read is not there. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Beautiful throw, beautiful play by Daniel Jones on this. So the Giants have ran a post wheel concept a ton this year, right? And a lot of times they'll motion into it, which will bring the attention, and then they will find someone underneath, right? Like what they've ran a lot on this is they'll do it to the short side of the field. So things are more condensed. And they will line up the tight end right here, and they'll motion Richie James. They'll motion Richie, and he's going to run the wheel. Galladay's going to run the post. So you really get these guys deep, and then they would bring the tight end, Bellinger, across the field, and then they would put Slayton on this little in route, right? Which they do. They do that with Slayton, but they don't bring Bellinger across on this. They run this drive concept on the backside. But I've been saying, like, at some point, maybe you should just run post wheel, and then you can hit the wheel, right? And that's what they do on this. Yeah, Galladay on the post. Richie James on the wheel. Corner, he's got his hips facing the field. You get the slot corner muddied up. And that's enough. Again, we're pulling the trigger now. We are 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. We are pulling the trigger from the far side of the field. And DJ just puts a beautiful ball on him. And that's good football. That's good quarterbacking right there. Good anticipation. Step into it. Just a beautiful ball on him. Beautiful ball. This is before we see all of this gets totally mucked up. Galladay rolling around on the ground. Huge chunk play for the Giants. Good stuff. Next, on defense. Now, this is the flawed interception that never was. And it sucks that this will be remembered as a negative play because this was great coverage. This is one of the best cornerback plays of the year for the New York Giants. And it gets... Now it's a negative. We have a negative opinion of it, and rightfully so. They end up getting 7 points on this drive. So, Giants are in this too high coverage, right? You got Fabian Moreau pressed up on Jefferson. This looks like some type of cover 2 look, right? And it is. Like, so it's either cover 2 or cover 6, and I can't tell you exactly because Flott does a great job on this. But again, Kirk Cousins is going to think it's cover 2. So he's in play action. He's turning his back to the field, right? So he's going to turn his head. We've got these two high safeties playing deep. We have this corner playing the flat. So we've got all this. Like, this looks like cover 2, right? So we're not going to throw this. Like this underneath, they're playing cover 2, right? So, Cousins gets off his progression. Jalen Smith is playing shallow, and on top of that, he slams down on the back. So what should that leave open, right? All this area right here. Because this corner should be right around here and passing this off. And this is where I don't know if Flott is playing quarters where he's playing the sideline on this and turning this into man coverage. I don't know if he was just playing the flat, but they've, in their cover 3 versus play action on the backside, they will just, they'll get rid of the zone and just turn the man. But whatever this is, man, Flott makes a great play. To see this, undercut, get underneath this, and get a pick. We'll see it from the other angle. And Cousins puts it a little bit behind him. Again, it's like, we got cover 2. Let me get off of that. Jalen Smith is slamming down. I got it. Ball's a little behind. But it needs to be and we'll talk about the DJ interception. This has to be a perfect ball to be completed. It's not a perfect ball. versus the coverage that I thought it was. He didn't need it to be a perfect ball, but Flott undercuts it, man, and so close to having an interception. But that's a great coverage play by Flott, and it gets forgotten. Defensively, just Giants are running cover 4 quarters coverage, just well executed. And they don't run a ton of this. Again, they ran 2 high safeties more than they had all year. And part of that is, I think mostly of that is one, just playing Justin Jefferson. Like, you want to be able to have these safeties on top. But they just, like, for not running this a lot, man, they run this beautifully. So, with Justin Jefferson up here, which is where Cousins wants to go, like, safety sees it, bails. That's not going to be there, right? So, what's the next read? Well, we got Hawkinson versus Landon Collins. He's going to win that, right? This little curl out, right? Landon Collins does a good job in coverage on this. Like, sees it, drives through it. Not going to be there, my friend. On the backside, we were bracketing this. Not there. Darnay turning this into man. And then so Cousins scrambles. Good job playing both. And rallying right here, right? Cousins throws it to the back. Like, a good play by Cousins. Cousins does the most out of this. And then just rally and tackle. Like, that's just like clean football right there by the Giants defense. Well, guess what? They're going to give up a touchdown. That sucks. That sucks. This is the Hawkinson touchdown. The great grab that he had. So Hawkinson's going to run this wheel route, right? Watch. Wheel. Touchdown. Woohoo. Great grab. We'll talk about that. So this is a rub route. Like, I'm not going to complain about calls not being had, and especially rub routes, but this is not even, like, watch Justin Jefferson. This is just straight up blocking. That is straight up blocking. Like, hands inside the chest, driving your feet. That's blocking. Like, that's not a rub route and a bullshit call. And you see that, and Julian Love, they're in man coverage. Like, okay, they're running a rub. They're trying to throw the flat versus Hawkinson, so he's going to undercut it. And Love does a good job getting in the hip of this. But, like, Moreau's not going to be able to make a play on this, right? He's not going to make a play on this. Darnay does a good job seeing it. The safeties. He's biting on this with Justin Jefferson. Hawkinson just makes a great grab. But, man, that was a rub fight I've ever seen. Great grab by Hawkinson, though. Ballsy throw by Kirk. This is a third down, too, man. Like, that's a hell of a throw. Hell of a throw and hell of a catch. All right, we are back on offense. This is, again, I keep on saying, like, one of my favorite throws. This is a great throw and decision by DJ, and this is just smart football. So we're going to run play action. And we're going to run this flood, right? We got the go. We got the out, and then we got the back out here, flare on the out route, right? So, play action, DJ's got to turn his back. And they're running cover 2. So, you could, from this side hash, try and throw this whole shot. But that safety's cheating over. Like, that's going to be a hard throw to make. So, I'm almost 100% convinced that this route is supposed to fly out here. But this is where the offense is getting more complex, and we talk about the offense being complex in training camp, and it's paying off now. It's paying off now that Richie James, instead of just taking this as an out route and you got to check down to Saquon, no. That's not what we're going to do here. We're going to hey, we got a hole right here. Just go sit in the hole. Go sit in your hole. Like, instead of just carrying this out, DJ, with pressure, puts it on him. And you'll see it's like, you're like, oh, that's a little behind Richie. Like, no. Richie's reading the coverage. He sees it. Like, that's great quarterbacking right there. And that's great. That's just great offense. Again, having answers for their answers. Like, they have an answer for you. All right, we got an answer back. So, that's the thing about, like, why this... Again, you got to get the right guys in it, and it can lead to mistakes. But it can lead to just having answers for everything. And again, I don't think we're expecting some Super Bowl run for the Giants in the playoffs, but that stuff in the playoffs where defenses are just so much more keyed in on what you're doing, that's how you move the chains and get just big chunk plays, man. Because they know what you do, they know what you like to get out of, they know when you break. It's just, you got answers for everything. So I love it. Now the interception by DJ. So we're gonna run play action. Again, we're running out 11 personnel, but we're keeping Richie James in the block. And it's that Yankee concept, right? The post and the over. Now you run Slayton on the post this time. Usually you got Slayton on the over just because he's faster. And DJ throws the interception, right? But this is the right read here. This is the right read. You got, the safety covering this. This is the right read. Now on Hodgins, and I'm not a wide receiver expert, but on this, again, you're not the fastest guy in the world. We're breaking, we're at the 32. Maybe you flatten this out a little bit. Just try and get flat down this line because you allow Patrick Peterson into the catch space, and it's not good placement by DJ. But it sucks that this. And this is some of the problems with everyone wants to crown Hodgins as the next answer. Well, he's got to be able to separate. This is a route where you're supposed to be able, if you got some speed, man, you got this. You're separating. And here's where it's all right, this is on DJ because this has to be this ball is behind Hodgins. Is it behind Hodgins by a mile? No. Is it a completion if Hodgins is better at separating? Yeah, but those things aren't happening. So this ball needs to be out here. It needs to be out here. And Patrick Peterson's great at those things. He's great at playing cornerback that way, undercutting stuff. But also you got pressure from your good friend Dalvin from Evan Neal. And he's smacking you, saying, hello, I've missed you. I used to call Joe Judge, talk about how I wanted to come back here. Was that Dalvin, or did Joe Judge just simply make that up? I don't know. I do not know. And Andrew Thomas now has more tackles. He had 2 tackles in this game. So a second year in a row where he's got more tackles than sacks allowed. And we have the least turnovers in the NFL, and he's got that stat. It's true. Dude's an athlete. All right, next play. Defense. Justin Jefferson touchdown. 3rd down. We're going to run cover 2 man. We got man coverage. And so you want to get it. They were trying to get into trail with Justin Jefferson. That's where Justin Jefferson's so good. That, Moreau's trying to get into this trail technique right here and stay in the hip. And then you have the safety help. He's playing inside leverage, so he wants to be the guy that's cutting off the underneath. And Pinnock's dude, you got stacked by a mile. He's able to get. That's not what you wanted. You wanted to be right here when he makes that break. And if you're playing inside, Pinnock can cheat outside. If you're outside, Pinnock can slam down on this. And you run a true 4-man rush, and Kirk Cousins ends up getting hit by Jahad Ward. But it's Pinnock can't commit here. He's going to commit. If he commits here, then, he's wide open. And maybe you just take a shot here. And it's always easier to throw the post in the corner for the quarterback. So maybe, but he breaks on this ball well. And just Moreau just gives it up. And even then, it's a tight throw. So, Justin Jefferson's insane. All right, Giants need to score and get a 2-point conversion. Giants have not gotten mesh versus man coverage, which is made for, and they have good answers for it for when they play zone, unlike the Vikings did versus the Giants this week. But we finally got it versus man. So we got the rail route out here. Man coverage. Man coverage. So we got man coverage, so Bellinger's going to cross instead of sit. Linebacker's got to pick this up. No linebackers hanging with Darius Slayton. DJ gets the ball and space. Chunk play. Good stuff. And then it's 4th down. We get a light box. We give 3 options on this play for Daniel Jones. So we have a light box. We got numbers. we've got numbers. So I should have put the side view, but Bellinger and Richie James out here are running routes. So this is a read option with the pass. So, and they play so like, you know how it's a light box here? So like you have numbers. They put the extra player out here, which is smart by the Vikings. So if he crashes and takes the back and DJ holds it, DJ can either run, and if they play DJ, he can throw the quick little out to Bellinger, or, you know, the corner to Richie or whoever. Dangerous because guys can get upfield. You'd like to just hold on to the ball. But he plays the quarterback. You got numbers. You hand that ball off to Saquon. Nick Gates does a great job. Feliciano and Glowinski work a double. Seal off the linebacker. Thomas is blocking his guy. Saquon, he's going to beat Cam Bynum. Touchdown. Then we got a 2-point conversion. I actually hate this play call in the 2-point conversion. I really do. Second down, we can run this play. So you run this naked boot. And again, you are flooding the zone with all of these guys, right? Like, we've got 5 receivers. But I just hate cutting the field in half on do or die plays. I really do. I do. Because it's just like, it's just hard. Now, Richie, and like, if you can possibly throw this ball to Richie, but Bellinger coming from across the field, he ends up pulling. We'll see the throw. I couldn't believe they completed this. Again, we'll see it from this angle. Like, they're covering Saquon. Hodgins sits. Like, he could throw that ball to Richie, but he's got 2 dudes in his face. They're doubling here. So DJ says, let me get that ball to Bellinger. Put some touch on it. Peterson coming across. I mean, that's... Oh, my God. That's crazy. Tie the game up. How about that? Third down. Got to stop them, right? Third down. We are lining up all these guys on the line of scrimmage. If you guys watch these film reviews, if you guys watch the Giants games, a lot of times this is smoke and mirrors. We're pulling these guys out, and you'll see on the play following that they do that. You have this single high safety. We got inside leverage with Darnay, but this time we are sending every mofo on this line. We are sending 7. We got the safety, so it's not a true cover 0. But we're there. But they block 7, and man, this O-line does a good job holding up on this. And Justin Jefferson, you get him one-on-one with Darnay Holmes. You get him one-on-one with anybody, he's going to win. He's going to win. I mean, look at this O-line hold this up. Cousins hangs in. And they first down. But you know what? We end up getting a sack on second down by Landon Collins. Now it's third down. Let's get one more stop. They don't even have to get a stop from a first down. Let's play for overtime. Let's win the toss, and let's celebrate going to the playoffs. Well, again, we're going to show up in that look, right? Right? We got all these guys up here. We're not going to really run it, throw it, are we? Right? No, we're not. We're going to bail. Kayvon's going to bail. Jihad's going to bail. We're going to run that same look we ran earlier, right? Vikings call screen. Kayvon gets blocked. Block. And you lose the game. That sucks. Just a great call versus this. Great block. I mean, also not just a great call. Like, great job by Jefferson. Not trying to like cut it up right here. Kayvon might get held. I mean, great job by the like. How easy is it for like 72 to want to turn right here and block Jihad, right? Nope, we're gonna go to Darnay. We're going to let 55 pick up Jihad. Love's only going to get around the ankles. Gets him an extra 5 yards. Spike, Giants lose. Appreciate you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we got a victory film review clinching the playoffs. How about that next week? So appreciate you guys big time. Thanks for sticking in. And let's go Big Blue.